Hi guys, Simba here. Welcome back to Beyond the Stroke. I'm sure you've seen these videos. This is when I was actually in the critical care unit, and not much I can say because I can't remember. But I think this is when I was actually awake, lucid enough to move. I was getting really strong. So I think this was week 6, if I'm not mistaken, or 7. Oh, it could have been 8 to be honest. It's been a long time since this time. So yeah, I'll let the old man speak.
It's quite a relief seeing Simba making such remarkable progress. It's been quite a stressful 6 weeks for the whole family since when he was taken seriously ill on the 5th of June and went into surgery and stayed in critical care unit for nearly 2.5 weeks at the Northern General Hospital and the Royal Hallamshire Hospital here in Sheffield, and the whole family was immensely relieved when he celebrated his 30th birthday on the 10th of July, and seriously nobody
I couldn't find a picture of my birthday in the hospital. I'll see if I can find it and put it in.
That's how serious the situation was.
Some point.
So all of us are really pleased now. He's still got a long way to go, but he's above the danger list now. Critical care unit, although the medical staff will be doing the utmost to help alleviate or save the situation. Critical care unit is not really a good word to be, because deaths occur, and each time you leave the hospital, when your loved one is in critical care unit, you always wonder whether you'll see them the following day.
Well, I remember they were saying that I was brain dead. So apparently some people could see my eyes move. So I think generally what Dad started doing was he came in saying I can see his eyes moving. So what he'll say is blink if you can hear me. Once, twice. Yes for no. And that's how my lucidity actually started. I actually remember that. And I felt like I'm in this trap, like you're like in sleep paralysis in a way, and you can't get out. So they were saying no, it's just the reactions of the body. But when you started doing that, I remember actually feeling, oh yeah, at least someone has said that. So now I feel I can get out of this trap. So it was a slow process. And this here is when I was actually at the stroke rehab. As you can see, I have that left leg brace, and I got some pumps as well for blood circulation. Don't think you can hear them puffing. So I had both, just because when my brain got that injury, the brain bleed, my left leg, my right side of the brain was the one that was affected, and it affects the left side of your body. That's how it works. So right side controls the left side of your body. So that's where my hemiplegia actually is. Extreme weakness of the left side. so it's more or less paralysis on the left side. So there's me just messing about trying to figure out what I can do and what I can't do. So there's another video of the family visiting. Big bro was there, and that was my room that was in. So that's the rectangle thing that I used to use for toileting. Oh yeah, little man pushing uncle. And there's actually when I actually went back home and I was still trying to figure out how to use my left hand. And as you can see, I got a spoon, wooden spoon, and with that whole left side is got significant weakness, and it's going to be a journey now to strengthen it. Because in retrospect, to be fair, if you do the hard work in the early stages, I think within the 6-week period, and do extreme physio, I think someone could gain a bit more the leg movement or hand movement. But if it takes time, because I think I was extremely poorly at this time, because notice I can actually sit straight. When I was in that stroke rehab, my whole core body, I couldn't sit down, I would just collapse, because I think the muscle degradation within 10 days, it literally weakened my whole body. So I had to work hard to be able to actually sit like this. So that was a plus, you know. So I think the window is very short, yet you can recover in time from what I'm researching. And here was me starting to try walk. This actually was kind of dangerous, because I'm sure I'll show you in a bit, because I didn't have a bone plate, because that's where they're taking the skull. If you see that other right side, there's no skull plate there. They took it off for alleviation of the pressure. So if I had fallen and done anything silly, I could have actually, you know, hurt my brain, you know. But the push was so there, and I felt that it was a run against time. So I did have physios after stroke care who came in, but I think during that time we had COVID, and they're struggling with like staffing. They're having staffing issues. So I think that made a very big impact. Now this was, I think, around 2021. So from 2019, I had been getting some physio. We just kept on changing. And this is when I was being trained to do these. Now the strange thing about this is, yes, you get taught these things, because I actually wanted to record them so I can show my partner. But then I noticed that she can't do this. She's not a trained physiotherapist. So now she works on her own. She cleans, she takes care of me. There's no way she was going to be able to do this. So if there could be a change in the system, to be honest, in the NHS, to manage to get people the appropriate help, because if you're not one of the wealthy families, you're not going to have a physiotherapist coming in every day. So I think they said should have been coming 3 days a week, but they'll come like once a week, sometimes once in 6 months, 3 months. So it was very bizarre. So you can see how it declined. So wifey got me the treadmill. So I started training to walk. This was all me, no physio. The thing is, you'll probably see that I got an arm brace. Splint, sorry. And there are so many other things that I can say about that splint, because they actually made me put a shorter splint, which actually promoted the wrong arm movement. And as you can see, because it's always high, so I got used to being high. Now this here is where I was having the FES, the functional electrical stimulation. So you put it on certain parts. So the idea here is to put it on certain muscle parts. Then it helps try to get the brain to start again. But the problem is now I wasn't getting Botox and my hand, my arm had actually become so tight, and there was no proper communication between the GP and the physio and the FES team. So I'll just get my injections once in 6 months, which is not protocol, and I actually complain about that. But again, I was dealing with other things that I think made them reluctant in giving me the right care.
Sitting with your arm relaxed on here.
OT again.
The key thing is to bring your thumb out first. So bring the thumb out to the side, and that will release your fingers.
So idea is again
like that, so that it's nice and relaxed.
Should come like
slide
once in 3 months, if I'm not mistaken.
And then imagine
so
lifting up.
the teaching was for me to do some of these things on my own.
And then let it relax.
But I quickly noticed that was unfair and it was impossible for the missus to actually do this. Very, very impossible.
Lift with me this time.
So you need a team that's dedicated in the early stages. So if you don't, because I think this had been almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was 2022.
Lift with me.
From 2019 to 2022.
So what you
I kept on
try and get
calling the GP and complaining,
so light pressure,
asking for more help.
And lift.
Just like our rotating story, there's
Yeah.
So all this, imagine, I can't do that with my own hand, my right hand. It's impossible.
Start to tighten.
But it was helpful to an extent.
Lift that out.
But I don't think it's
Let your
adequate.
fingers go. Try and stay
Because
away
all
from
this
the
is
ball.
what's meant to be happening on a daily basis.
Remember that you can't have that.
So if you're getting this done once every, let me just say 6
what we'd
weeks.
like to get to is the Sabo glove man.
And this is not physio, it's actually training you to do these things either on your own or family members. And with how people's schedules are in the UK, it's impossible to ask people to come, help you and try to do these things. It's literally impossible. I think everyone can actually agree with that. Everyone's schedule is so
if you go drop down, see how now your arm's lovely and relaxed. And what we'd hope for at the end is that we'd get this. We're working for this, for resistance. So, imagine lifting with me now. Lifting up and back.
Do something out of my own programming or whatever.
Drop down.
Reactionary. But overall,
Lift up and back.
Something that I'm embodying every day more and more. And
when it's nice and relaxed, see if you can do any stroking of here.
I welcome them because that's my chance to see where I'm at.
Your fingers are so much more relaxed, can you see?
Yeah, seems so.
Lovey-dovey is fun.
Lovey-dovey is what everyone wants, like everyone is asking me, how do I connect to the positive one? And, that's
relax.
But for me, I know that the fear is a doorway, like the Charlotte
You see it's coming?
Yeah.
We're getting there, aren't we?
So whenever I say fear,
So here again, as you can see, I got a left leg splint which goes into a shoe. It's a metal thing, but it has a cushion inside, so because of that foot drop that I had, it lifted my foot up a bit, so my toes don't scrape on the floor.
Down one. 2 actually.
So I was just trying to gain as much strength as I could. Because at this point I just noticed that if I don't push on my own, I don't think I was going to get the right help. Because at this point I hadn't been in contact with the Stroke Association, because there was an issue between me and my immigration status and whatnot, and the charging of NHS, because I actually got charged 99,000 for that life-saving surgery that I had on the hemorrhagic stroke. So I just thought I would put that in there, and I think that was another reason why the doctors were reluctant to actually give me the right help during that time because of those charges, which I think was very unfair. What don't I admit? Just blame the Home Office for that. So as you can see, like I said in the other videos, you need to push as much as you can on your own if you don't have the adequate help. Because I always used to watch Dr. Tara Tobias.
Just realised it says 1990 on your top.
And I used to do my own physio because she teaches. She's a OT from the States and has a YouTube channel. And some of the stuff that I was doing I got from her, because I think in the States when you don't have insurance anymore, most people struggle with the physio, so she took it upon herself to actually start a YouTube channel and try to help as many people as she could. I think she did help me. That's Dr. Tara Tobias. You'll find her on YouTube.
Thanks. Where? Where are they looking at? No, you just want the grass. Grass will stop you.
So during this time, it was before I actually had my tendon transfer, and I'll explain it later on in a later video.
That looks good in your phone.
Because I had to have surgery on the leg. I think it was in 2023. Time is flying. So they were trying to correct that foot drop but it's a hit and miss because now it's set in a specific position and it won't move. So sometimes I wonder whether it was actually a good idea to accept the surgery or not, because I feel the benefits and the limits at the same time. So
Rusty scares himself.
Can't be one of them situations.
It's a big boy bark.
It is what it is. I think if I put more work toward it,
I think
it'll be fine, because at the present time, this is now what, 13th of September 2025, and I've been struggling with the ingrowing toenails, because I think once you call it a gait changes your walk, because you'll be either favoring a side or whatever instead of having ingrowing toenails. I think that issue is prevalent to people with brain and spinal injuries, from what I've heard. So having those ingrowing toenails has actually put me back, because podiatry has actually been refusing to do a procedure to actually either take the toes off on both big toes, toenails off. But they've been refusing, saying that there's not enough blood flow, but it's been confirmed that there is enough. The surgeon who did my surgery confirmed that there should be no problem. I think he's probably going to be the one who actually does my ingrowing toenails. So because of that, I've literally lost about 2 years, because I've been struggling with it for quite some time. So you see, if I'm going on like a decline like that, the toes will start digging in.
Hey, stop running!
There's extreme pain from the experience that I'm getting right now. So I'm going to be making more videos anyway and explaining more. But at this juncture, this is exactly what's going on. So this is just the stroke journey.
Simba, we out of stitch. I'm going down a hill.
And I was actually doing well with that brace. So maybe if I hadn't jumped on getting the surgery,
sun's out, guns out,
something might have been different. Sometimes I think the splint was painful. I woke up in pain every time. The one that I had,
it's ready to fight
in the rehab one, because it stretches and the pain was just immense. So sometimes I think less pain is now a bit better, but I'm still trying to gauge it, because I've got another different issue that I'm dealing with in terms of the ingrowing toenails, but that one is due to be fixed. So for about 3 years I've been trying to get that sorted. So they've just been managing it on an 8-week basis, where I go in every time to podiatry and they take off the bit that they can, but sometimes it's not adequate, because it comes back with a vengeance. At this present time, I don't think I can even walk like this.
You should laugh when people fall.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out. Is it because I'm not doing enough training or walking or physio based on the ingrowing toenails? Because I have made a point about this. That it's bringing me back big time, because you take one step forward, almost 3 steps backwards, and it's very frustrating. It might seem like a simple thing where you say ingrowing toenail, but if you're in this kind of situation, definitely the little things count.
You said partially.
So this is Simba here.
Walking like a duck.
Beyond the stroke.
I don't think that's how ducks walk, Kun. You alright? No,
I'll
you
just
sick?
let it go on. No, do my shout out and let on.
Yeah, I'm feeling
You're gonna get bit by a bee.
I'm just hoping that me sharing my story for
I think
other
you're
stroke
alright, to be
survivors,
honest, because there's a lot
or
of
people who
flowers
might
out here.
experience the same thing in time, could actually help people know certain things that I think went wrong on my stroke recovery, so most people don't go through the same thing.
yeah, special one.
Shout out to Migrants Organized, because those guys helped me a lot.
You want your steak?
These walls must fall. Another shout out. Rosie Alia, Sirinka.
Was that your achievement for today? You're taller than the
There's a
fence.
lot of more people that helped with certain things that they didn't really need to help with, but they
Do
really
you want this stick on?
stuck by me. See, you can hear me not mentioning the Stroke Association. I think because they get funding from certain entities that are in power with my situation that I had. I don't think they really could do much. They did try, but I think they got blocked. So I just thought I'll just leave it. So only was it early this year is when I started going to the gym, prompted by Stroke Association. But it's almost like 6 years have gone past, so you can see how much of a drag that is. When it was needed in the earlier stages, never or was there. So I always have to be mindful of falling, because I've had some falls over the years. It was, if you look at, you need to be mindful of how slanted the pavement is.
There you go.
Because any small little dip, I mean, like I said, I will show you, and I'm going to show those kind of issues in next videos, because from something like this, you can see there's no power in that leg. It's probably the longest walk I ever did. And then I used to try to do it at least once. Oh yeah, that wasn't me that opened the door. The door would push my back. I'm not going to take credit for that one. So as you can see, I was still in a flat. So thanks everyone for watching. really hope this is going to be a very big journey that we'll go through and try to educate each other. And you can tell me what's worked for you as a stroke survivor and what I could do to better my recovery. It is a long journey, but never say never. Simba out.